Assessment 1, number of squats that you can do in 60 seconds. So, you want to take the feet hip width apart or shoulder width apart, whatever's more comfortable. Toes pointing forward, you can turn them out a little bit if you want to, but not too much. Okay, from here the hips are going to go back, and then the knees stay behind the toes. Okay, so from the side, that looks like bum back, knees out, up. You can do what you want with your hands. You can put them here, you can put them in front. Okay, but for 60 seconds. So you're going to start. So make sure that your back is straight, that you're not rounding forward. Make sure that the knees are behind the toes. Make sure that you're coming off the heel, so you're not coming forward. Test number 2 is push-ups. So this is how many push-ups you can do with good form. So I'm going to show you 2 versions of a push-up that you can perform. We have a standard push-up. Okay, so when I'm talking about good form, what I mean is that the hips aren't down and the bum's not up in the air. And when I go down, I'm not taking the elbows out and I'm not leaning forward with my chin. So a good push-up would look like here, elbows tucked in, squeeze the bum, back straight, head's tucked, down and up. You want to touch the ribs to the floor. What you don't want to do is come forward and the chest touch first or the head goes forward. If that happens, then you stop at the number that you've performed, even if it's just 1. The second kind of push-up that we can do is from a bent knee position. So, same form, but on the knees. So I'm on my knees, I push my body weight forward, so I'm over my chest, I cross my feet. From here I squeeze my bum, I make sure I'm not sagging, but I also make sure I'm not up in the air. I come forward, I go down, and push back up. You almost want your chin to touch the floor. So, head isn't forward, head's back, elbows are straight, come down, push up. So again, as many as you can do with good form. Test number 3 is a side plank, so we're testing core strength and we're also testing glute med strength, which is the muscle on the side of the hip. So we're testing left and right, and usually what you're going to find is that there's a difference between the left and the right. One side might feel easier and one side might feel more difficult. So again, this is for time. Okay, so the maximum amount of time I want you to do it for is 1 minute. If you do it for 1 minute, then great. Other than that, you write down the number. So to set up, you can do it on the elbow or you can do it on the arm. Just make sure when you're retesting on day 30 that you keep the same standard. So if I start on the elbow, I do my last assessment on the elbow. So from here, my body is straight line. The hips are straight down, so I'm not forward and I'm not leaning back. Okay, the elbow is stacked under the shoulder, so my arm is not here and it's not forward. Okay, directly under. From here, I come up and I hold. So you're going to set a timer. So you're going to start your timer and you're going to try and hold it for 60 seconds. So the hip should be off all the way until the foot is touching the floor. So you can put your arm like this and you can put your arm up. Once I hold it for as long as I can, if I start shaking or my phone goes off, stop and switch, and I'm going to test the other side. Same setup. And hold. Test number 4, standing forward bend. So we're testing the flexibility in the hamstrings. You're testing left side and right side. So, one foot in front of the other one. This leg stays straight, this leg stays straight. I come down, I try not to round the back, and I work my way down with my hands as far as I can go. Okay, you're going to test the other side. So again, forward, both legs straight, so we don't want to bend in the knee. And come down. For some people, you're going to get to here, that's fine. Other people you're going to go a little further. Some people you're going to be able to touch the floor. Last test, test number 5, is thoracic mobility. So here we're testing the range of motion at the upper back. So you're going to stand a few inches forward from the wall, and you want to make sure that your bum, your lower back, your upper back, and your shoulders are touching the wall. Okay, so from here, I take the thumb, I go overhead as far as I can until either my thumbs touch the wall or my back comes off the wall. Okay, so an incorrect test would look like this, where I'm getting extension from my lower back. Okay, when you're doing the test, the lower back has to be pressed in. Okay, so I go up nice and slow, and then I start coming off here. So this is my end range of motion. Because if I go further back, I'm coming off. Okay, so again, what a proper test would look like. All points touching, chin tucked, hands up. And here, it's a correct test because my lower back is touching the wall.